Woo. All right. Shall we? All right. So AWS on the cheap, S3 CloudFront, Route 53, API Gateway, Lambda, and maybe more. There are other super cheap things you can do. So a little bit about me. My name is Jackson Stakeman. I'm not a computer scientist by default training. I was actually a film major in undergrad. University of Southern California, fight on. Their film school, though, does have a digital studies department, which encourages people to sort of creatively misuse things, and so that is definitely the theme of this talk. Currently, I am the lead sales solution architect for rural sourcing. You may have heard of us in the paper. We are on the board there. Also, real quick about us, domestic IT outsourcing. We've got centers all over, mostly the bottom. You may be the furthest north center. We just started having people in Oklahoma City over in Starspace. I got 20 so far, probably gonna add 100 more next year. So if you're looking for something, give us a shout. So in my role as lead sales solution architect, often building large-scale enterprise, robust, redundant systems, trying to manage costs and deliver at a high rate for some of our clients. This is not what I'm doing today. Doing it for real often makes me wish I could do it for fun, and so this is sort of my go-to stack when I work on things that no one will ever pay me for. So my cheap stack, we're going to base it mostly off S3, a little bit of CloudFront, Certificate Manager, Route 53, API Gateway, and Lambda. So now that I have 3 minutes left, we can go a little bit slower. All starts off with S3, right? We think of it as a file store. It is. It does some strange things because it's really like a key value pairs that sometimes have files in it. As a result, you can get it to host websites for basically free, especially if not many people come to visit it. There are some options. Stepping through all of this takes longer than 5 minutes, so use your imagination or just believe me. So this gets you started. You can host any static website basically for free, and there you go. Not a bad start. If you want it to be faster, CloudFront comes to play. It is a caching service. Also, if you creatively misuse it, you can get it to do other things like host single-page web applications by rerouting all the errors back to the root. So if it doesn't match, it'll pretend it's a spa, even though you're not really a spa, and then come back around. So now all of a sudden, React and Angular come into play, also basically for free. CloudFront, for the amount of people that are going to hit it in the edge locations, in my case, for projects that no one will ever see, also basically zero. Sometimes I get bills in low cents. So moving forward, if we want, now our free site, we've got some Angular, we've got some other stuff, we can go a little bit further. So if we want to sort of make server-side calls, we can, also basically for free. All right, and now free is not free tier, right? That's free for amateurs. This is after you've had your AWS account for a year and they don't give you stuff anymore. This is what you do. API Gateway, you can set up an API Gateway. I think the first 1 million requests a month are free. You are not going to get 1 million requests a month. You're going to be just fine. One caveat here, especially since you're going to do this very quickly, you need to enable CORS, right? The cross-site origin resource, there we go, cross-site origin resource sharing. Be sure to choose both the get, the post, and the options. You have to implement it in more places than you think, right? It's not just the resource. Sometimes you need to go all the way down to the method. So now you can make requests from your free hosted site. Sometimes they're going to go to Lambda. Why not? So we have his presentation. Just insert it here into mine. Bang, now we're a little bit further. We've got about a minute left, so we can go pretty fast now. So from Lambda, another important caveat that will save you hours of beating your head against the window. If you've enabled CORS, you need to explicitly return those headers as part of the response from Lambda. Look it up on Google. Just remember there's a trick with CORS that'll probably be enough for your Google search to get you where you're going. So now we have a site hosted for free. We can use Angular, we can use React, we can make requests through API Gateway all the way to Lambda. Now, Google's going to start punishing you for not having a certificate. You can use Certificate Manager and get one for free, and just shove it in front of CloudFront, which now is proxying against your S3 server, but really no one's ever going to hit S3. Everything's going to come to CloudFront. Gives you the extra added step of having to flush the cache every time you make a change, I mean, you've committed to this. We've gone down a ridiculous path. I didn't say it was going to be good. But there we go. So if you wanted to host something, now you have enough keywords to help you with your Google search. We are hiring in OKC a lot. My name is Jackson Stakeman. Again, thank you.